So here are 5 filmmaking things that I've been using this year that I absolutely love. I'll be using all of them throughout this video, and these are all pretty budget friendly. So this little tool definitely isn't going to make you look rugged and cool among your outdoorsy friends, but dang is it useful. So I got put onto this little Sidewinder by Scott U. Jan's channel, and I keep it on me all the time just in case I need to open a box or a package, and it's just really convenient. But more than just being a razor blade box cutter, it actually has a Phillips head and a flathead on it too, so I can tighten or loosen my QR plates. The pretty nice thing is that there's really nothing fancy about this little razor blade. It works like it's supposed to, and it's got these little Allen bolts on here, which makes me think that I could just take this apart and replace the razor blade if I wanted to. So it doesn't really matter what hat you're wearing on set. I definitely think that having this little guy clipped to your pocket will always be a smart choice. The nice thing is, this thing is pretty inexpensive, and another thing that I love is just how thin it is. I love having pocket knives on me, but I hate really big, bulky pocket knives that almost make it so that I can't even put my hand inside of my pocket anymore. This little guy is going to be a nice, slim profile, and you'll barely even know that it's on you. So I've been sent a lot of Godox products throughout the years, but this little Godox TL30 tube light is one that I actually went out and bought myself. It's small enough to fit in a backpack, and it's got the full color spectrum on it, and it can be controlled with the Godox app, which I love. So there are so many different use cases for this TL30. Right now, I'm using it as a hair light. It's set at 3200 Kelvin, and it's being motivated by my little practical behind me. So one of the coolest things is that it has magnets on the end, so you can clip it to anything metal or use the little Velcro magnet clips and just attach it to anything. I use it above my desk a lot whenever I'm filming a video there. So some of the accessories that I have for this little TL30 is a white pool noodle, and I picked up this little trick from Giancarlo Stigliano, and for an extra $12.99 you can get this little grid, and that'll just help direct the light instead of it spilling all over the place. I'm actually using it in this shot right now just to make sure that the light is only hitting the back of me here. I've always been super impressed with Godox stuff. Basically all of my lights here in my office are made by Godox. I can control them all with the app, and I just love this little TL30. It's so convenient, and I've used it way more than I thought I would. So I've put off buying a motorized slider for the longest time because they're either too expensive or just way too big. But that's where this little Axion Top Rig S40 comes in. So this is a super simple motorized slider that works off of one Sony MPF battery. And the best part is that you don't need to fumble around with an app in order to control it. So you can set A and B points and control the speed of the slide really easily with this little controller built right onto the slider itself. And what I also like is that you can actually make it pan in or pan out just by moving this little bar here. And that can be really useful for doing some creative talking head or interview shots. So I've been using this Top Rig S40 for a lot of my B-roll shots, and I can totally see a situation where I could put my B camera on this and use it for an interview. So for the price of this Top Rig S40, I think that it's probably the best bang for your buck slider out there. And again, one of my favorite things is that it's got this controller built right onto it, and it's very sleek and really well built. And again, I hate the sliders where you have to control it with an app. I never have to open the app, even though the app is really good for this S40. I don't have to. I can set everything that I need right here on the controller. So this Top Rig S40 is great, and I've been using it so much this year. So something else that I can definitely recommend to any filmmaker or content creator is getting a good music and sound effects subscription. So the one that I've been using for almost all of my videos and that I absolutely love is also the sponsor of today's video, and that is Audio. Audio is a music and sound effects licensing site, and I've been using their LinkMatch AI feature for a while now, which essentially gives you song suggestions based on whatever song you paste a link to. Now Audio is rolling out another cool new feature called Hans AI, which will basically suggest a song to a prompt that you give it. Finding the right song can take so much time, but with Hans AI, I can describe my scene and get great song suggestions that saves me time and elevates my videos. You can get unlimited access to Hans AI for 70% off your first year of Audio Pro when using the link in the description or use the code Nigel70 at checkout. Big thanks again to Audio for sponsoring this video. So the filmmaking industry has been seeing a lot of smaller lights come into the market, and I myself have a collection of these small light fixtures. So the coolest thing about these lights being so small is that we don't necessarily have to have those big annoying C-stands anymore. This is the Ulanzi compact light stand. I'm actually using both of mine right now, one for my hair light and one for my key, but these are actually a little bit more reminiscent to a tripod than the traditional flimsy compact light stands that you're used to. So the legs actually lock into place, and if you want a wider base for like heavier kits, you can actually extend the legs to go out wider and get it closer to the floor. Then all you have to do is add a sandbag and you're pretty much good to go. So you won't be putting like a 600D on these little light stands, but if you have some of these smaller offerings from SmallRig, Godox, or Zune, these little light stands are great. I have 2 of them, and I'm probably going to get a couple more just because they're so inexpensive. They're made mostly of aluminum with a few plastic bits here and there. I've been using them for about a year now, and I haven't had any complaints. So if you're looking for some inexpensive compact light stands that'll actually hold your lights up confidently, these little Ulanzi light stands are a no-brainer. So in an age where camera sensors are all really sharp, I'm always looking for a way to soften up my image a little bit. So there's a lot of brands that make bloom, mist, or softening filters, but a lot of the times the price tag accompanying those filters make it a really hard pill to swallow. But Newer make these black diffusion filters that are so cheap that I can buy one for basically every lens that I own. I currently have a 1/8 and a 1/4 strength, and I love them both. Now, I do have diffusion filters from other brands, but my viewpoint right now is I actually like these Newer black diffusion filters the most. And it's not necessarily because they give me the best results or the same results that other brands do, but it's just that they do what I need them to do for a really good price. So these black diffusion filters will soften the image a little bit and they'll bloom the highlights, and they really do help with things like moire and aliasing if you experience that in your camera. My S5-2X and my GH5 both have moire issues, so having a slightly stronger strength is what I usually go for. Now, the look that these produce might not be everybody's cup of tea, but for the types of videos that I like to make, I really do like the results that I get out of these Newer black diffusion filters. I have a 1/4 strength that basically lives on my 12-35, and I really do think that it gives a little bit of a look to my videos, softens it up a little bit so they're not that clinically stale looking sharp that you usually get out of high resolution cameras like the GH5 or S5-2X. And again, for the price tag, you just really can't go wrong if you just want to add a little bit of bloom, a little bit of softening to your image. These Newer black diffusion filters are great. I'm probably going to end up buying more, to be honest. So yeah, those are the 5 filmmaking things that I've been using to make my videos this year that I just absolutely love. Big thanks to Audio for sponsoring this video. Once again, click that link in the description to learn more. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon.